What's good, football fans? Back at you once again with another video. And today, we're going to take a look at Dwayne Haskins' All-22 film from the Cleveland Browns game. Now, I realize that some of this is painful, okay? But I want to take a look at this film and get through it and move on. That said, let's dive right in. All week long, I came out and preached quick hitters, quick hitters, quick hitters, and that I thought that Logan Thomas needed to be put into the offensive game plan, and they came right out and did what I wanted on that play right there. I felt like there was some decent blocking on this play and, good execution. Logan Thomas made a good catch. Good play overall by Dwayne. I was glad the team finally pulled Isaiah Wright up and gave us a chance to see this guy. I like the athletic ability he brings to the field. We'll see what he turns into as a professional, but his first game wasn't too bad. Here's another little quick hitter, a little running back flat play. A little extracurricular activity there at the end of it. The offensive line actually was looking pretty good at this point. Haskins actually was pretty crisp on that play. Okay, so this is one of the plays that I wanted to take a look at. If you just look at the play on the face of it, you think, okay, he was trying to go deep to Terry McLaurin, and he just misjudged it. I like that little stop and go route right there. That it's not really a sluggo, but I like that little stop and go. But if you look at the bottom of the screen down here, you see Logan Thomas cut right back in, and boom, he was wide open on the side there. Now some of you may look at this play and say, well, yeah, but the defense was moving up. That's the reason why. Well, they were moving up because he stared his receiver down the entire time. If you take a look at him, he's staring at Terry McLaurin the entire play. He looks nowhere else. Now, as a professional quarterback, he's going to have to do better than that. But Logan Thomas was down there at the bottom wide open, mainly because he was staring down Terry McLaurin. If you watch his head, you'll see it. It's pointing directly at McLaurin in this play. And it wasn't a good pass either. He hit a defender right in the back. Look at that. He's staring right at him. I mean, never takes his eye off him. He's actually he could be staring at Inman too there in the defender's mind. But he's definitely not staring over here at Logan Thomas, who ends up wide open on the play. Back up just a little bit. I mean, he's staring at him right out the gate. He's not even looking at anybody else. If you go slow, you'll see, he doesn't look anywhere else. If he looks to the right just a little bit and then goes back to the left, that's probably a 20-yard, 30-yard gain there because the defender probably sucks off a little bit and then gives Terry some separation. The way that works out, that was just a dumb play. One more time in real speed. Watch him as he looks down the left side. Nowhere else. Now, my assumption is that Ron Rivera has gotten with him this week on that and has, already devised a plan to try to work through that. Here's another play, the very next passing play, where he kind of looks at McKeesick coming across the middle, but he really just stares it down the left side again at McLaurin and throws the ball into a situation that he shouldn't have. And, Terry wasn't even ready for the ball there. Watch it from this angle right here, and you'll see. He was just trying to force it. And he forced it into double coverage there too. I get it that he wants to get it to Terry McLaurin. He's our best weapon. One thing I really don't understand is why he didn't hit McKeesick on this crossing route. Watch McKeesick come across the middle. Boom, right there. I have no clue why he just didn't hit him there. Add this play right here to the list of wild plays for Haskins. I'm not really certain why he tried to force it to Isaiah Wright. Okay, so if we stop it right there, you can see he ends up throwing it to Isaiah Wright, who's breaking this way. Now, this ball almost gets intercepted, but if you look, here's McLaurin coming across the middle right here, and his guys turned that direction, which means a quick hit right here in this part of the field is a first down and a good chunk of change right there as far as yardage goes. That was almost an interception. Isaiah Wright made that not happen for, as far as being an interception. Look at that. I mean, it was more to the defender than it was our player. And he had McLaurin. I don't know why he didn't hit him. He's right there. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'll put it back one more time slow. All right, let me slow it down right there. Look, Terry is right there. Now, there's a defender coming across, but look, he could hit him right now. If he would have thrown right there, that's a first down. But he threw it this way, and he overthrew it to the side, and the defender's like, okay, free pick. And Isaiah Wright put the lick on him, and that's the only reason why that wasn't an interception. This is another one of those quick hit routes that I really like. McLaurin, I love this kid, man. He's fast. Watch it from this angle. McLaurin's a problem. Don't think that opposing teams don't know that too. I like this little play right here, this little play action. They need to do more of this. I think Dwayne's actually pretty good at this type of play. Sometimes he drives me crazy the way that he throws on the run and he jumps passes. Sometimes that just drives me crazy. But as you can see here, I mean, it worked well. They almost got the first down here. It was just maybe a couple inches short. Now, you guys know me. I show the good with the bad. And they came out and actually scored early, which was the first time they've done this year. And it was good to see. I thought that it was kind of ticky-tacky that they called a taunting penalty on him after he scored the touchdown. But on the replay, I did see he actually did get up, in his face and flex or whatever. But I thought it was kind of ticky-tacky. But great catch by Inman. I like this play call right here. It's a well-constructed play. It sets Terry McLaurin up for the hit down the field. This play also gives Haskins a good check down route off to the right side with Peyton Barber. But as you see, the play turns out the way they wanted it to with McLaurin downfield, first down. I mean, the good with the bad, right? I mean, he did make some good plays. But if you watch, he also stares Terry McLaurin down in this play too. I believe this is probably when the defense starts to catch on and starting to think to themselves, okay, he's staring his guys down. I mean, there's like 4 guys all around McLaurin there. Here's another case here where Dwayne just comes out and the ball just sails. I mean, he overthrows Gandy-Golden by quite a bit too. I mean, Golden is probably 6'4", I think, and has a nice leaping ability, but there was no way he was getting his hands on that ball. I love these plays right here, these natural pick routes, and it left Terry McLaurin for a nice chunk of yardage down the field. Watch this replay. Yeah, I like that. They need to incorporate more into the game plan. One thing that drives me absolutely nuts about Dwayne sometimes is that he doesn't do a lot of selling the play. Like I said before, he doesn't, he stares down receivers. He doesn't look receivers off like where he looks one guy down and then throws the other direction. And I think that comes with experience, and especially with a guy that didn't spend a lot of time in college playing. This play right here is a situation where I think this is probably designed for him to throw it to Gibson out of the backfield. But as the play develops, the better play is actually off to the right where there's more open field. And as this play goes, I mean, Gibson got a couple yards, but, I don't want to be nitpickish, but, it just, as soon as the play happens, Dwayne just immediately turns left and throws it left. He doesn't try to sell the play at all. If that's in the design of the play, then maybe they need to take that play out of the playbook until he gets his mechanics down better. I really felt like he could have thrown it to Isaiah Wright, had a much better play there. As it turns out, Gibson actually doesn't look like he gained anything. Which brings us to Dwayne's first big mistake of the game. And you can see this play a lot better from the other angle. And man, he almost scored. He really did. And then I was thinking to myself, we got the ball back. And then, yeah, of course that happened. But it's another situation where Dwayne is staring his receiver down. Again, watch him. His head stays directed one direction the whole time, and that's at Logan Thomas. And the defense watches him. He overthrows the ball, And when he does, the defender's standing right there. I mean, that play looked like it was actually for the defender and not really Logan Thomas. Just a bad play altogether. Bad throw, bad read. Just a bad play altogether right there for Dwayne. One thing I haven't been able to understand yet is why nobody's telling this kid that he can throw the ball away if somebody is covered or double covered. He doesn't have to force it. Like, I don't know why he's trying to force it so bad. That's just a case right there where he forced it really bad. And, the offensive line actually had a decent pocket there and everything. I don't know. He flaked there. After that first interception, I think Dwayne was rattled. I think his confidence was gone. Because on this very next series, he came out and damn near did the same thing again. If that defender would have been paying attention, he would have had an interception there. If you watch the play again, if this defender's paying attention, that ball's picked. Thankfully, he wasn't. At this point, Dwayne is staring receivers down every play. You see right there, he did it there again. Now, that's a quick hit and play, so that play right there, he possibly could get away with it a little bit more. And Isaiah Wright actually gets a couple more yards than what I thought he would on that play. But, 4 or 5 yard play there, maybe building some confidence on this play. But he still is looking down receivers a lot. This is the Myles Garrett sack where he grabs him by the shirt. Dwayne almost got away. If he would have tucked that shirt in, he probably would have got away. This is a situation where Jerron Christian just could not hold that man up. Myles Garrett is a freak of nature. Now, this pass here just gets batted down. I have no idea why he doesn't hit Logan Thomas off to the right here, but he looks down his receiver, which is Inman on this play, and the Cleveland defender just jumps the route and picks the ball off. This is about the time when I felt like I was in the twilight zone, as Haskins was looking really bad. And Cleveland got the ball back again, Now, Gibson actually fumbles on this play and loses possession. But since, the half was over, it really doesn't mean anything. But that was a loss of possession there. This play here was actually executed pretty well. Once again, the play action pass. But Isaiah Wright actually caught the ball with 1 foot out of bounds. Go freaking figure. I mean, the offensive line did their job. Good play action. But yeah, he caught the ball with 1 foot out of bounds. Rookie mistake. This was another well-executed play here. Quick hit and pass. Dwayne to Terry McLaurin. And they need to do a lot more of these passes if they can get away with these. Whatever the defense gives up to them, they need to do as many of these plays as they can. Because McLaurin is clearly their best receiving target. This was originally called a catch and then overturned. If you watch the play, you can see that the ball touched. Here's one of those little short kick-out passes to Gibson. Gains a few yards. Now, I like these little plays they do to McKissick where they bring him out of the backfield and then bring him across the center of the field, throw him the ball. But I honestly believe that that's a play that Steven Sims might have been able to blow the other guy off the line and be able to do what he wanted to in that play. But just watch. I mean, he turns it on right there and then takes off. I think that could have been a touchdown if thrown it to Sims, but it was great to see them go across the center of the field to McKissick and get some, a good chunk of yards there. I want to see them use McKissick more, but McKissick, for me, is not, in my opinion, not that much quote-unquote of a prototypical running back. He's more of a slash or a wide receiver in running back clothing. Watch it from this angle. I really do believe that Steven Sims could have beat him out on that, but, I mean, McKissick got down there by, what was that, like the 4-yard line? In a short amount of time that I've seen Isaiah Wright on the field, I really like what I've seen so far. And, it looks like Haskins likes to throw the ball to him too, and that's a good thing. We need him to be able to work on some chemistry with some of these guys, and then we can work on developing them. Now, here's the play here that could have very well been a touchdown for us. It's just a little bit out there. McLaurin tries to reach for the pass. He jumps out for it and just can't get it. Really was almost a really good play there. Haskins just led him just a little bit too much. One thing I noticed on this play, though, watch Haskins' head. He actually looks to the right, then throws back to the left. He sold the play more. It was good to see plays like this where Haskins just takes what he has, throws the ball off to Logan Thomas, gets a few yards, gets a little closer to the goal line. Again, another play where Haskins comes out and takes what he can get. He actually goes through his progressions here and then throws it back to Logan. Well, he makes it appear that he does anyway. He sells the play. You see his head, it moves around during the play. Before beginning of the game, his head was fixed. That was a good play there. They get the first down. Now, this was the play where him and Gibson had the mix-up, and they almost fumbled the ball and lost it. Thankfully, they got it back. Rookie mistake on both of their parts. This play right here should have been a touchdown. If Dwayne throws the ball to the back left of the end zone, this is a touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin. Terry goes towards the back left corner, and Dwayne throws the ball kind of like to the left middle of the end zone. Just misses him too. I mean, it really should have been a touchdown though. Ball placement was just a little bit off. Terry had his man beat. Now this next play, Dwayne is able to recover and make a good pass and get the touchdown to Dontrell Inman, his second on the day. It's good to see a young quarterback bounce back and then, make the correct read and the good pass to get the touchdown. And he looked both ways. He did not take his first guy on the route tree. Now this is the play here that they called offensive pass interference on Terry McLaurin. I don't see it, but that's the play they called it on. Of course, you can't see it from that angle. Now, in this play right here, you can see him going through his progressions, but then he throws the ball behind Logan Thomas, and the ball, to be honest with you, had Logan not tapped it with his hand, would have probably been intercepted. If you watch it here one last time. He does look down his receivers, though, before coming back across the middle. That ball was almost intercepted, though. If Logan had not tapped it, it would have been. The bad part about this play right here is watch this cornerback down here at the bottom. He literally starts immediately coming off the line of scrimmage and then immediately starts to move back across the field and leaves Steven Sims just wide open down here while Dwayne Haskins throws the pass to the center of the field and has it intercepted. Now, maybe you could make an argument that inside cornerback down here could have come back down and helped. But, the ending play on this, a pass that looked like it should have never been thrown across the middle that Cleveland intercepts, making it the third pass of the day that Haskins had been picked. I don't know. I just don't know why he didn't, look elsewhere on that play. But or throw the ball away. One thing that I can't really understand is I never see this kid throw the ball away. Y'all notice that? You never see this kid throw the ball away. I mean, I'd rather have a 10-yard penalty for intentional grounding than an interception, on our side of the field. And I don't think that I'm alone in that, and I'm pretty sure that the coaches probably feel that way too. This kid's young. This was his 10th start. So, I understand that there's going to be mistakes, but, this looks like, this is pretty basic here. And it's just a bad play. Watch it from the other angle real quick one time. You can see when you watch it back, he never once looks at any other receiver on the field. Everything is at Inman. Obviously that's who the play was set for, but, if you want to be successful in the NFL, you have to sell plays. And what's crazy to me was as I was showing you the other angle there, you could see that the defense was already keying up for that play down the center of the field because they knew they've been watching him watch receivers all day long. And they just keyed up and they intercepted the ball. He threw the ball before Inman was even ready for the ball to be there too. Just a bad play overall. As Dwayne gets more starts under his belt, plays like this need to disappear from the game film. The defender makes a really good play on this pass right here, and it ends up being an incomplete pass. But the ball placement was actually on there, and the offensive line looked good on that play. Not to mention the fact, if you watch, Dwayne actually looks at a couple receivers too. He doesn't stare down one. That's the way he needs to sell his plays. It's just Logan couldn't hold on to the ball. I think at this point here that the coach was just trying to simplify, the game plan and try to get him something that was, that could make him more comfortable and settle down. And, the defense at this point was keying up on the running backs. If you watch it from this angle here, you'll see that the Browns defender immediately knew the play was coming. He immediately ran towards, the running. All of them did, actually. They've been running a lot of that in the afternoon. They call this pass incomplete here, but I think Haskins actually was pretty good with his ball placement. He put it in a place that no defender could get it, and I thought Logan had it, but this was actually a pretty good play right here. Dwayne reads the play, comes back across, looks and sees Logan make his break, and puts the ball where nobody else can get it. That really is the name of the game. He comes through on a third down with a pass that nobody but Logan Thomas can catch, and he has to extend to get it. That was a good play. It's a nice, good, crisp route and a good pass from Dwayne. It's not his fault that Inman fumbled when he got hit. Thankfully, Steven Sims was able to recover. If you watch it from the other direction, you can see that Dwayne tries to sell the route a little bit, then turns, makes the throw. Inman makes the catch, the ball shoots out. Thankfully, like I said, Sims gets the recovery. Now, I don't believe that this strip sack here is Dwayne Haskins' fault. And I honestly believe that plays like this are the reason why he has happy feet in the pocket. Plays like that are the reason why he's just trying to get rid of the ball and he ends up throwing an interception because he's got happy feet. Plays like that are why he has no trust in our offensive line and in the plays that he's being told to call. Plays like that is what makes him hear, footsteps. Jerron Christian needs to tighten up. Now, I was trying to tell people for the longest time that it's hard to develop a quarterback when you're trying to develop a line and develop weapons at the same time. Sometimes all of that comes back to bite you in the ass. And on that play right there, it did. That's not me taking up for Dwayne. That's not me beating Dwayne up. That's me telling it like it is, because that play right there was not Dwayne Haskins' fault. That was all on Jerron Christian and the fact that, of course, Myles Garrett is a freak. But turnover. Now, I'm going to try to keep an eye on Dwayne as the year progresses as far as his film is concerned. Hopefully, we can see some progression from this particular game moving forward. This game needs to be ground zero in terms of him making mistakes and him, playing still like a rookie somewhat. It was only start 10. I have faith in what Ron Rivera can do for our team, and Ron has faith in this kid right here. And Rivera makes all the calls as far as the roster goes in D.C., so that's just the way it is for now. I, for one, am hoping that Dwayne turns the corner and takes off with us. But that's about all I got. Y'all take it easy. Peace.